Hello everyone, this is Oskar Lagerosen, the founder of The Total Living, which is an online education startup that provides you with the best and simplest practices, tools, and frameworks to dramatically improve focus, productivity, and results, while at the same time have a calm and anxiety-free life. And I publish new articles, new YouTube videos, and new podcast episodes every single day. Now, I would like to read out loud the second blog post in the One Glance article series, and we will cover the fundamentals, the building blocks of One Glance. So let's just dive right into it. Because in the latest video, in the latest podcast episode, we introduced One Glance as an analogy to Amazon's one click, the system that activates and gets everything done with just one click. In the same way, you will have a system that activates and allows you to get everything done with flow and ease with just one glance. The purpose of One Glance is to enable you to be in the now, in the most optimum state all the time. One Glance functions like a self-organizing safety net that you can instantly turn to whenever negative emotions show up. However, one click needs some key information and some back-end technology to enable smooth and frictionless transactions. In the same way, some processes exist behind the scenes of One Glance that make the system function coherently. And One Glance consists of 4 levels. From right in front of you, all the way to your dearest intentions. Think of them as different horizons in which you have first the ground level, which you operate in daily, all the way up to the stratosphere, where major things happen. And there's also something special about the number 4, because research, and I linked this in the article, has shown number 4 to be our natural limit in terms of cognitive processes. We can only effectively remember 4 things without losing the sight of it all. The limit of 4 also shows up in object tracking, rapid enumeration, and many animals, by the way, are only comfortable distinguishing up to 4 individual objects. These 4 levels of One Glance have their respective fundamentals or building blocks. And later in this series, each building block will have its own post and video and episode in order to deeply understand how to use these in your daily life. But for now, you will receive a first taste on what they are. So we got level 1 here. And I will actually share my screen. So if you are watching on YouTube, you can see another diagram popping up here. And this is the 4 levels and how they relate to each other. So you can see on the most ground level, you have the buffer. The buffer can be various things, from a piece of paper to notes to an email inbox and social media feeds. And even your physical mailbox is a buffer. These external buffers host all new input from completely entering your world without permission. They act as a holding bin until you have made sense of what the new inputs are. They can also be ideas that you might want to do at some point. In addition, when you're writing down stuff for future reference and review, you're buffering that thought to a later time. Then we also have the calendar. The calendar is commonly used and regarded as the list that keeps the days, meetings, and appointments intact. This is your main map, the master plan of the day, which can be adapted whenever you want or need to. The calendar is the most essential element in One Glance, in which you glance at it to see what's coming out next. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you see a red text that describes level 1. Then we move up a step to level 2. And we'll see on the left, we have tasks and projects. These are the activities that you're committed to make progress on and finish both in your work and other important events. These have an outcome that you want to achieve and next steps to enable it to happen in the real world. Resources and references are also tied to these tasks and projects. What differs projects from tasks is that projects are repeated in various work sessions, while tasks only shows up one time. And on the right, we see the weekly view. This is a comprehensive master list of all tasks and projects that are happening this week. Each day that you're committing to a task and project, they show up here with associated tasks for the day. So in a sense, a weekly view consists of daily to-do lists, which are like Monday and directly after Tuesday and after Wednesday and after Thursday, with each one having their own specific activities. Then we move up a step again to level 3. And the two fundamentals are goals and areas on one hand and longer view on the right. Goals and areas are both separate, but they're also interlinked in the fact that all tasks and projects that you're committed to trace back to them. Goals are objectives that you want to achieve, everything from moving up the career ladder or deliver this much work to hitting a health target or becoming good at a new skill. Like projects, goals have an end date, although it can be more than a year in advance. Areas, on the other hand, are various parts of your life that you're responsible for maintaining. These are your work, your finances, your health, your relationships, your creative expression, your interests and beliefs, your gear, etc. You cannot finish all of these, but rather make sure that they are nurtured properly to remain in balance. Then we also have the longer view, and this is one level above the weekly view, as you can see. Each week you see multiple weeks ahead and can plan your future in a more strategic way above the day-to-day moment. You can assign various upcoming tasks and projects to a later week, corresponding to future deadlines and objectives. The longer view is usually divided into quarters in which you plan one quarter at a time, like a business. But in the academic world, semesters are the most logical ways to plan forward. And there is no right or wrong here. You can adjust the longer view to fit repeating sessions that make the most sense for you. And this is, by the way, why it's called longer view, not like quarterly view or semester view, because it's different for different people. And you should adapt the system instead of, the system should adapt to you rather than the other way around. Then we have the highest of these levels. And this is only one fundamental, which is the vision. The vision is your imagination of what the perfect life is like. This is your dream, your paradise, your ideal lifestyle. The goals and areas are serving the vision and making your ideal life come true. The vision is evolving as you evolve, but still function as your own North Star in life. Optionally, you can write down your life's purpose and core values if you have them to supplement the vision. And you can also see in the picture, if you're watching on YouTube, how the various levels and fundamentals, building blocks relate to one another. These are like arrows from blue ones and we have red ones. And this is also to illustrate that these levels are not static because they flow between each other, affecting and updating in real time based on what happens in your life. The blue arrows represent informed actions from your deepest intentions and your plan, really. And the red arrows represent the real world feedback and adjustments. So next video and episode will dive deeper into these flows and arrows, what they mean and how they show up more specifically in your daily life. If you like this video, if you like this episode and the article series in general, and wish that your friends could live a stress-free and productive life as well, please share it. And don't forget to, if you're interested, subscribe both for the newsletter and on YouTube and on Spotify and on Apple and on Google and everywhere where podcasts is found, really. And with that, I wish you a nice day, and we'll see you then.